C. Welcome back to my channel. A lot has happened since we last saw each other. I am back home. I got so sick on my last day in New York, so I am still recovering from the flu, but I feel a lot better, so much better. I just have a slight cough and a little bit of congestion left over. I don't know what was in that flu, but it was deadly. So I've been taking some time just to relax and to get my bearings and to feel good so that I can continue to produce content. So today's my first day back in front of the camera. And it's a quiet day. It's Sunday. It's breezy. The last couple of days have been so extremely hot, day and night. And today we're just having a light day. Watch some TV, watch some Netflix. I'm catching up on Queen of the South. I actually just started watching that series, but I decided that I wanted to bake today, so I'm making a brown butter pound cake with a caramel drizzle. Well, the drizzle is optional, the cake is a definite. So if you want to see that and just catch up on your girl and what she's been doing, just keep on watching. In the Caribbean, in the heat, can we talk about this heat for a second? What is going on with this heat? It's insane. In order to prepare this cake, you will need 3 sticks of butter, room temperature, half a teaspoon of baking powder, 3 cups of all-purpose flour. The recipe calls for vanilla essence, but I did not have any on hand. However, this mixed essence does have vanilla in there, so I'll use that. I didn't end up using the almond essence. 5 room temperature eggs, 1 cup of milk for the cake, and half a cup of milk for the drizzle. Also brown sugar and white sugar. So in your stand mixer or in your bowl, you're going to put your 3 sticks of softened butter, and everything has to be at room temperature so that everything can cream together properly. And here I'm using granulated sugar, which I don't really like because it doesn't get as smooth when it's being creamed as a finer sugar would. But the brown sugar, our granulated sugar, does give the cake more depth of flavor, which I enjoy. So it's like a catch-22. So you add your butter and your sugar, 1 cup of white sugar, 2 cups of brown sugar, and let that cream for about 3 minutes. Less than 3 minutes, it will be under creamed. Over 7 minutes, it will be over creamed, which you don't want. So like 3, 4, 5 minutes tops is the maximum amount of time that you want it to cream. So we're just letting that consomme and let the magic happen. And then we're going to go into the next step, which is to add our eggs. So here we are. It's looking nice and light and fluffy. Don't forget to scrape down the side of your bowl before you start adding your eggs. And we will be adding in the eggs one at a time. Let it mix before you add in the other egg. Scrape down your bowl again. Don't forget to keep scraping down your bowl. Then we're going to add in 1.5 tablespoons of the essence. Well, it should be vanilla, but I'm putting in mixed essence here. And then we're going to add in 1 cup of milk. And you will let that mix. And then you add in your 3 cups of flour, one at a time, ensuring that you're allowing it to mix and you're scraping down your bowl in between. And once it gives you this beautiful consistency, then you know that you are ready to give your bowl a final scrape and to put it in your pans and into the oven. So the cake is in the oven and it's going to be about an hour and 30 minutes thereabout. Did I tell you about this heat? It is so hot. Thank you. So here are our cakes. I did loaf cakes. They came out really beautifully. And here I'm just making some powdered sugar because I did not have any, so it's just to simply pulverize some white sugar in my NutriBullet. And I'm going to be making the caramel drizzle. So once that is done, we're going to put 1 stick of butter into a pan and add in 1 cup of sugar, and you let that dissolve and mix together. And then we're going to add in half a cup of carnation evaporated milk, and you let it bubble and you keep on whisking it consistently. Let it come to a boil. You whisk that, and then you're going to make a caramel. Now, this was my first time doing this. The consistency did not come out how I wanted it to. I wanted it to be thicker, but I put in too much milk, I think, so it was more on the thinner side. But there's a first time for everything. It's trial and error, and I can always do it again. So here I am just stirring it. As you can see, it's not the thick consistency I was looking for, but it still did what needed to be done. So then we're going to pour that into a bowl with the powdered sugar and again some essence, and whisk it together until you get the consistency that you're looking for. Of course, the more liquid you add, the thinner it's going to be. The less liquid you add, the thicker it's going to be. That only makes sense. So you just whisk it until everything dissolves together. And as you can see here, I've taken my cakes out of the pan and put them on a wire rack for them to cool completely, so that your cakes don't get soggy on the bottom if you leave them in the pan. And once everything is nice and thoroughly mixed, I'm going to just drizzle it over my cake. I'm only going to do one of the cakes because the caramel drizzle is on the sweeter side, and sometimes you just don't want all that sweetness. So 1 cake gets the drizzle and 1 cake does not. And here it is. It looks so super good, and trust me, it tasted absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Love it. Now, this is your show, your rodeo. You make the rules, so you can add as much or as little of the drizzle as you want, but ensure that your cake is cooled before you put the caramel on top of it, and you just let it set before you actually cut into the cake. There I am cutting a slice. Of course, I had to test it, and it tasted so good. I was very proud of myself. This was my first time making a pound cake, and I love pound cakes, so definitely this is going to be a staple. I'll do a few things differently, but overall, scrumdiddly yum yum. If anybody wants a slice and you know where to find me, pull up. If not, I can bake you one at a fee, because groceries are not for free. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.